Okay, I want to say hello again everybody, it's only me, Wilshire Richard. How are you all doing, okay? It's been a while since I've made a video like this talking, okay? It's been a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know how many weeks, but I've been very busy and I haven't made any videos with me like talking to you, okay? So this video, okay, in this video I want to just say to everybody, I wish you a happy new year, okay, everybody, okay, on YouTube, Facebook, I think I'll put this video on Facebook also, okay, as well as YouTube, just to get the message out there, okay. So I'll say a few names first, okay, for the people I'm wishing a happy new year, okay, and life in general, for the rest of it, but I'm really speaking to everybody, okay, anyone watching this video, I'm really addressing everybody, including people whose names I may forget to mention or don't mention in this video, and also people out there, anyone out there watching this, okay? But first of all, I'll say a few people, I will say hello to a few people, I'll say hello to and I'm wishing you a happy new year, and say Gemsley, okay, of course, bro, Gemsley, Shark, okay, Beal, that's Black Sword Shinobi Beal, okay, all you guys, Jason Stork, Flippy, Bobo, Cliff Broutman, all that, all them. Bob Sykes, Emil, Clive Mackenzie, okay, Dan Bowen if you're watching, Chosen Ninja and all the guys at Ninja Jitsu, everybody of, anybody who's friends of Rick's, and all his family. Everybody who's watching, okay, who else, man, Max, Mark, Mike from before, Shinobi Mystic, also Mike Reese, okay, I've said, Freddie Lee, Freddie's the modern Kung Fu, Freddie, Bo, Combat Archery, I've said Chuck already, I've said, yeah, Uncle Cal, you're watching, okay. Sorry if I use like some names that are real names, some names that are like online names, but you know who you are, you know who I mean, yeah, everybody. I've said Bill, Black Sword Shinobi, I've said, yeah, Black Sword Shinobi, Kenshin 715, somewhere out there in the wood, Will Gray, okay, or Will Simon, or Will Gray and all the Knights of Grey, or friends of them before, okay. Everybody out there, Jason Stork's family and friends too, and brothers and everybody. I will say hello to some of my American friends and friends I've met here in China too. If you're watching this video, okay, I'll just say hello. Had a group and that. I hope you're doing okay. I wish you a happy new year. All of them, Demsley, hi Demsley, all of Demsley's family, okay, and Demsley's friends too, okay. All the guys in the photos, because I see the photos and that, and Sister Crystal and everybody, okay. Hope you're all doing okay, yeah. Just taking care of yourself. I think I may forget some people in this video, and there's other people I just won't mention either, just for the sake of like not being so close and having so much communication, But people, who I don't often mention, or people who I don't seem to be making communication with somebody, but I want to just say, okay, you all mean a lot to me, and it's just how life is, I guess. We do what we can, and I feel the same. I don't feel angry as such when people don't contact me or communicate with me or watch my videos or talk to me. I know we all get busy, so there's some people out there, I'm just telling you that you're always in my thoughts, okay, and I respect you for all you do, and I love to catch up on everybody's videos though, when I can, okay. I'm suffering with a hand injury, fist injury, due to a situation, not a knockout situation, don't worry, it wasn't a fight as such, but I've hurt my hand badly, okay. But it'll heal up in time hopefully. But I wanted to say, wishing you all a happy New Year. Excuse me. Hey, so this video is really just like a catch up, just like a little chit chat catch up video. Okay, I want to just talk to you about what's going on for the new year and my feelings about the new year. Because come on, man, it's Wilshire Richard, yeah. Richard Clark, Wilshire Richard, your friend and brother for life, as I say. Humble as I try to be, you know, teacher, you know, but it's like, I don't always regard myself as like everybody's teacher or something, you know what I mean? Like, I'm always trying to share good with people, be it my students here, or just human beings, people in general, you know. I'm trying to share some good positivity, and at the same time spread, you know, the message of, you know, Kung Fu and martial arts, you know, Wushu, you know. So, and loving life, and valuing life and nature and human beings around you. That's what I'm all about, you know. Anyway, okay, so in this video, first of all, I will talk about what's going on in my situation and what I'm planning, okay, for the future. Basically, so I'm a teacher, as I say. I've been working in China, living and working in China. I've been doing it for 10 years, you know, as a teacher. That's what's going on with my, you know, my work situation, my life, you know. That's what I do. You know, I teach English, as I say, in colleges and universities and that. I spend most of my days speaking in my, not perfect, but more or less, you know, most of the time I'm speaking like Chinese, like Mandarin Chinese here. It's crazy, right? But English, you know, I always feel very lucky when I can speak some English, because it's my first motherfucking language. Excuse my nasty French right there, but you know, I'm just saying, you know, it's what it's been like in my life. You know, I'm 33 years old in this video, and you know, I think back on my life. And don't you do that sometimes, everybody? You should, you know, think back on your life, not just think back. We're moving forward, yeah. You know, but so what I'm saying is, like, you think back and you think of how far you've come in your personal journey of life, and what you've attained, what experiences you've actually been through in your life, and what you've actually built up. Who are you? Do you ever think to yourself, what are you? Who are you? What do you have to offer this world? You can say it that way, in a beautiful way, but what do you have to offer yourself? You know what I mean? What is it that you have? What is your drive? What are your abilities? You know, your loves and passions for life. What do you have? What makes your life fulfilled? What makes you want to continue? What gives you any hope of inspiration to get more in your life and do it? Anyway, these are very, very important things. So when I think back in my life, you know, to this journey, you know, is amazing to think of not only how far I've come, but how much shit I've been through, and how I've been able to stay sane for the most part, at least more so, sane rather than insane. And it's like, I feel at least, that's one thing, but it's like, I also think to myself, what a waste, you know, also. I mean, so much time has gone to waste over the years, you know. Here we are, it's let's say 30th to 31st today, depending on your time zones, of course, wherever you're at. But in this video, I'm making this, okay? It doesn't matter if you see this video a couple of days later or whatever, it doesn't matter, I'm just saying. But in this video, you know, you're not going to see it early, you know. So, unless you go back in time, this video, you know, I'm making it it's the 31st of December. Christmas passed pretty quick. Hope you enjoyed it and that, had a good time. But yeah, here we are. And tomorrow is going to be 2016, and it's going to be a Friday. It's Friday. Okay, funny, weird thing. You know, I don't know what to say. It's like year in, year out. You know, year out, year in. You know, it's just, what can we expect to see in the world? You know, all we see is violence every year. I don't want to be morbid, I don't want to be negative, but that's what, is this really what we have to look forward to? I mean, so is this really what we have to only know it as such? Yeah, you're always going to get good and bad, or bad and good, yeah. We should expect the good too. We should expect the good, we should bring the good too, but it's like, the negative stuff you might say you can't avoid, but it's like, why can't human beings control themselves a bit better, you know what I mean? Why is it year in, year out, and you know damn well when's going to be the first murder of 2016, or the first rape or murder or attack or something? You know, it's like it's just people incapable, unable to control themselves. You know, it's like the violence in the world today and the shit. First of all, you've got nature, like natural stuff, natural disasters and climate change and all that. Crazy anyway, right? You know, it's like human beings though. Violence all over the world. Why does it have to be another year of shit? You know, why do we have to have so much crap in the world? You know, why? So I wish peace for everybody. I wish more peace and more sense and logic in people. You know. Be on the right path, you know, because if you stay on the path of nature, you will do good for the world and you do good for yourself. But if you go off the path of nature and go onto the opposite side of life, you know, destruction, and you start trying to mess with other people and mess up other people's lives, you end up messing your own up in the end, really. Anyway, so I know I'm rambling now, but I want to just say thank you so much for sitting there, you know, watching this video. You may be standing there now, I don't know, doing weights or something, doing some epics training, working out, I don't know what you're doing. But I'm just saying, wherever you are, whoever you are, you know, understand, if you don't understand yourself, if you don't try to do some good now, then what tomorrow, what the fuck is this life we're going to leave behind, you know what I mean? So what I say now, yeah, basically is then, in this video is, I want to say, my plans forward, moving forward, as Wilshire Richard, let's say, the Richard Clark, for the channels, you know, and my sharing, what I do, let's say the videos, as well as everything else I do, and martial art, like, the videos like online, and my animated cartoons, do all of that, I'll be continuing, banging and blasting them out. I'll be more determined than ever. With the videos just like this, I hope I can make more creative videos of all different kinds. Some little short movies when I can, yeah. Some short movies when I can. Some good talk videos, maybe about different topics. Some martial art training videos here and there. You know, some demonstrations or like teaching videos. But the thing is, right, it's like, I want to put out relevant stuff. I want to put stuff out that I feel is relevant. I mean, the fun stuff I do, that creative stuff, just for fun, and the special effects and all that. But I'm saying, you know, it's like, if it's like deep talk videos and things like that, you've got to remember, with talk videos and martial arts and all of that, to me it's got to be relevant. It can't be just like, oh, I want to make a video, I'm going to sit here and talk for 2 hours, I'm going to make, you know, 10 videos. It's not the point. It's got to be to the point. As long as it's positive, it is relevant. And you don't know, sometimes, you know, you stop talking about the wrong thing. You continue sharing from your heart, you might touch someone else's heart, you might help someone. So it's always good to keep sharing, no matter what. Because you might help somebody more than you even intend to. Knowing at the same time that you may put so much effort into trying to help people and you might do nothing and just waste your own time. It's the meaning that's most important in your heart, what you want to do in terms of communication or doing anything, right? It's going to be positive. But you don't want to waste yourself and waste your energy. You've only got one chance to live in this life. So for me, I hope I can watch more people's videos online too. Give more time to, when I can, just sit and listen to other people talk, watch other people's videos, do some more reading. You know, really, reading fiction, non-fiction, whatever, whatever it might be, reading stuff. You know, really, learning. There's all kinds of information on the internet too. You can learn from, you know, and videos as well. Communicating with other people about what inspires them. Listening to people's videos, something I'm interested in, of course. You know, watching videos of people, listening about, you know, finding more about people. Studying people more, studying life more in real life, as in not what they're fucking advertising in your face every day, but studying people and the way they act, the way they speak, what they say, even if, you know, I might not understand or agree with someone, because we're all different, but it's like having no opinion, no judgment, just sitting there, listening to the degree that at least I want to, you know what I mean? If I don't want to, I want to do something else, I'll do something else. If I've got a bit of time, I'll sit there, watch a video, you know, listen to people, take notes and think about that. Maybe get communicating, asking a few questions. So what do you think about blah blah blah, or why do you think this? But when I speak to people, I'm always careful. It's like I don't like to like be in your face and say, you know, like, oh, why don't you think that blah blah blah? That's all very well and done, but don't you think, you know, my advice as a friend is... I don't fucking do that, because people have got their own opinions about life, and what they are saying is coming from them. What I do is just share my opinions, and say this is how I feel, or this is my experience, and I'll ask them, you know, not to contradict them. I just say to people, you know, I'll ask them about how they really feel, and study people's different visions of life. And see in the differences and in the similarities, I see how similar we are as people, even though we are different, and how I can improve myself. It doesn't mean that you study knowledge from anywhere, from someone's mouth or someone's vision or someone's from a movie you've seen, the vision of a director or a writer. It doesn't matter where you get the knowledge. You're not really studying it. It's like Bruce Lee even said. Again, Bruce Lee. Respect to him, you know, in remembrance of that. It's like, you know, it's not like, you know, it's not you studying the knowledge. It's all knowledge is ultimately self-knowledge. He said self-knowledge. So when you get that information, it's not the information. It's nothing. It's not. It's what you do with it. It's what you do with it. How your attitude is and how you use it. You may read the same book as somebody else, and you might even take the knowledge from that book and try to use it. That somebody else might even try that. There's two people in the whole library who took something from that book and they've actually put it into practice. These two people should be praised, maybe, but at least for positive uses. But they could both be different. How they apply the knowledge and how, because it's not you're not really applying anything. Everything outside of you is nothing. So that's why we learn wholeness and selfless. All you really have is yourself. That's all you have. There's nothing outside of you. There's part of you, right? It's how we use it that makes it part of us, but what that really is doing is making ourselves more whole. All we're really doing is just thinking, studying, you know, acting, just to control and develop ourselves further. So, you know, that's what it's really about, knowledge, understanding yourself and trying to become more wise. It's better to be more wise than more knowledgeable, right? If you don't get knowledge, you don't get experience, you can't really improve your thought waves, your pathways of thought. You know, you can't really become more wise on a broader scale. So it doesn't mean that someone's travelled around the world or has got loads of friends and got loads of money and all this, and you may be just living alone in a quiet little house somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and it's like, you know, you are less wise than that person as such. You are wise in certain situations. You've got to be wise in your own world. If you're a fool in your own world, you will never be, you know, you will never be the opposite on another outside world. You know, you're a fool on the inside, you're a fool on the outside. You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah? If you're wise on the inside, you're wise on the outside. Yeah? Now that's very different from saying that, you know, you're wise on the outside. You know what I'm trying to say? You're wise on the inside. No. I mean, of course it will show that you are, but it's like, it's a different thing. If I was to say to you, if you're wise on the outside, you're a fool on the inside. There's a lot of people like this, right? Who are wise, they appear wise, but on the inside they're a fool. Or there are people on the outside who are like fools, but on the inside they're very wise. You should never put it past anyone, because you just can't judge a book by its cover, because you just don't know what someone means, what someone's intentions are. You can't understand people. It's deep. This is what I'm about. It's my life. On the simple side, simply just enjoy life, take it easy, and then also the deep side. You have to think more and how to clean your mind out so you can. It's like, you know, the complexity of shit and dirt. But think about the complexity of the chemicals that make that washing up liquid. But that cleans that shit away. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? So it's simple as, you know? Simple as. Well, basically saying that, you know, it's like wires on the inside, no reason to be a fool on the outside, but, unless you're fooling, being tricky. What I'm trying to say, why is it, so the one who is acting, however he acts on the outside, be it wise or foolish, it's got to come from a wise source on the inside. The inside is what matters. You see what I'm trying to say? The centre is what holds everything together. That's what I'm trying to say. So you should be wise in your actions and your words, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like a skeleton key that can open every door in the house, but you can't open any doors without doing it as such. It's nothing. You put a key on the table, what the fuck's that? It's nothing. You put your food on the table, what's that? It's nothing. You put money on the table, what's that? It's nothing. You've got a chair over there, nobody's sitting in it, what's that? It's nothing. You've got some son of a bitch standing beside you talking shit, what's that? It's putting you down, swearing, it's nothing. You've got to learn to realise that all that stuff outside of you has got nothing to do with the blood pumping around your body. You was born with, you can give them from birth, your heart is pumping blood around your body, you're breathing oxygen from the air, fair enough, yeah. You eat food, yeah, when you eat it, so what you do. Without you, there is nothing. So you don't say all of this nothing, you say, this is something, you know what I'm saying, and I'll become nothing, you know what I'm saying? You've got to fill the space as such, of where you want to be, in order to get, you've got to fill your pockets, you've got to put your cold hands in your pockets, son. You've got to put that rubbish down, you've got to pick up that thing what you need, you've got to go and get it, you've got to go and take it, you know what I'm saying? You've got to, you know what I'm saying? You've got to, you actually can't blame other people or complain about other people for their actions or their non-actions, or being listening, caring, being emotional towards you, sensitive, or for being rude to you, or whatever it is. All of that stuff has got nothing. These are the problems of the world. Pitiful as it may be in people, we may see pity in people, not trying to look down on people, but we may pity a lot of what we see in the world, and to be honest, a lot of it is pitiful. Or well, I should say, we should feel sorry in some way. It's sad to see so many people out in the world so negative, and being negative outwardly too. So what we've got to learn is to control ourselves and find, not just ways to deal with that, but with the world, but it's like, enjoy our lives while we're here. We've got to make the most of our lives, you know. So what I want to say though is, it is the holiday coming up. I've got a holiday coming up now. Enjoy the holiday. Anybody who's having a holiday, I really wish you a great holiday. But it's a new year, okay, so, moving forward, we're going to hopefully do better things, do good things. Are you making a New Year's resolution this year? A lot of people say this, the Matrix resolution. Resolution, for me, I want to make New Year's resolutions, but it's really hard to, it's like, because how can you make choices what do you make choices based on? What, exactly? If there's nothing about me that I really want to change, or if there's something I want to change, like I'll put more effort into, I'll try to study more, I don't know. Because I feel I've done all I needed to do. It's like, you start blaming yourself for mistakes you made that were clearly wrong. If you're doing something negative, you're going to have to stop it. It's like me, I would say two things. Then one, I'm going to try to not worry too much about what negative people say to me, or I worry about people's attitudes towards me. I will try a bit more to cut it down, even a bit less. Worrying about what people think about. I've done that anyway, but it's less. Another thing is, I would say, just controlling my tempers more. I think I've injured my hand recently, as I say. I don't want to end up doing anything stupid that's irreversible. This hand's pretty bad, to tell you the truth. But controlling my violent tempers. When I say violent, it doesn't mean towards people, like I've attacked anyone. It's not like that. But it's like getting tempers and stuff, and you've got to, control it. And it just has to, because we've got this explosive side in us, especially as martial artists too. And especially when you're someone like me who tries to be so lenient, so humble with people, so peaceful and nice. And when you are like I say, I try to live like a monk, as I say. I'm very, very peaceful inside myself. I'm like, it's like Kung Fu Kane, 1970s show when he's like David Carradine, Kung Fu Kane's like, he's out in the world and people are throwing shit at him, and people are treating him like crap. It's very hard to control your patience. You know, like, it's like, you know, it's what it is, but I'm not going to fall to that level, and there's no way I want to keep injuring myself or getting in tempers, you know, and things. It's not worth it. It's the same as literally confrontations with people, like getting into a fight with someone or an argument. You want to avoid that, don't you, too, you know? So anyway, so with me, I'm definitely gonna, you know, do those two things. One is like try not to care about people, what they think too much in the future, and also just avoid getting into such tempers where I do foolish things and could like hurt myself, like I give myself this little injury here. And I'm not the kind of maniac, don't get me wrong, I'm not someone who really flips off all the time like a nutter, losing my temper all the fucking time, you know, crazy, you know, but it's like sometimes, you know, I get really, you know, it's hard to just take abuse and just always walk around like you are a piece of shit blowing in the wind, have people, you know, treat you however they want, you know, it's like it gets a bit, you know, if you're living, you know, and there's people out there now who might not have a clue what I'm talking about, but there's people in the world who also talk about things like discrimination and all kinds of stuff, right? So, you know, if you feel that you're being picked on, discriminated against, or bullied, you might be in school getting bullied now if you're a younger person. I used to get bullied when I was in school. But there comes a time when it's like you've got to say to yourself, no fucking more. And I am a person, I am a human being, and I'll stand up. But the thing is, it's like, standing up is standing up. That's another whole video. I'm not going to get into this topic now. That's like confidence and how to deal with people and all this. Because I'm not one who believes in all this stuff like, oh, you just stand up to people when it works. Or you just get into an argument, you just speak your mind and people will listen to you. And there's a certain way for this and a way for that. That's all bullshit anyway. Way for the fucking snap. You know, it's like, there's no way for, you know, ways for handling people in different situations. I don't believe in that and never will do. Okay, I will never believe in that because that's just bullshit. Okay, the truth is you don't know what someone's thinking, what someone could do. You might end up talking to someone who's really peaceful, sin, and that guy could come around and kill you the next day. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't know what someone's thinking, and ultimately you don't know the threats that people oppose. And you don't, you know, and also it's like, I wouldn't put anything past human beings. So, the violence in human beings, and when I say violent, I don't always mean only like attacking people, coming to fight you or kill you. I'm saying, physically, I'm saying people is violent in their nature. A lot of human beings are violent, and it comes from a place of weakness and darkness, don't forget, fears within themselves, uncertainties within themselves, or certainties to them, as it may seem, you know, that they judge people, they believe in the world that's been forced into their fucking mind. They're like programmed computers. It's like a Windows computer can't think like a Mac, you know what I'm trying to say, yeah? This is what people are doing, so their minds are programmed, and they see the world in black and white and how it is, and they see it as a certain, what it is, you know, and they won't come onto your terms, so they're always on the attack. They're always on the offensive defense, and they don't realise all they're doing really is just weakening themselves, you know. Whenever you're on the offense, you're weakening yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, the best block is don't be there, that's what my teacher used to say, and one of my martial arts teachers. It's like, if you want to avoid, if you can avoid any shit, you won't have to deal with it. Again, prevention's better than cure, right? So, you know, we train martial arts to protect ourselves. We learn martial arts to, you know, have some kind of combative abilities in life, let's say, to deal with troubles, yeah? But it's like, we don't go looking for trouble, you know what I'm trying to say? The idiots go looking for trouble, the wise people don't go looking for trouble, you know what I'm trying to say? But it's like, you say, okay, if you don't follow trouble, you don't face trouble, if you don't go and put yourself into situations where there's always going to be trouble, then you live in a box your whole life, right? If you don't do that, you know, if you don't go licking patrol, how can you get the experience to strengthen yourself? It's like people that go into competition fights or get into fights or all kinds of arguments just for the sake of trying to improve their mind and body physically and fighting abilities. That's true. But there's ways to train yourself and develop yourself, and there's ways to fuck yourself up, mess yourself up, and put yourself in danger. These are the main points people understand. And no one can really teach you that. I can't teach you. Nobody can start telling you the way or the ways, you know. It's the Tao and the Tao, right? You can't put it into the same, like the Tao De Jing, my favourite book. It's the same thing. You can't put the Tao in words. The truth is, you can't set the true way. You can't put it into words. The truth is it's not even what you think, the language they program. You have to understand beyond the words that you're actually thinking in your mind. That was been programmed to you because you've been learning a certain language or culture since you've been born, or everyone around you telling you what's accepted in society, government, and that. No, what is that? You know, or you're going to wear a smart suit because you're going to go out for a meeting, and all this bullshit, or who's going out to fucking Starbucks coffee and all this fucking. I'm not talking about that, okay? I'm saying, you know what I'm trying to say, yeah? Or who's earning so much money for, you know, so that, or, you know, or fucking selfie stick in your hand, you know what I'm saying? It goes beyond all the language that you think you know to what you know, as in what your nature knows. Because you're always oppressing your nature, you're always holding your nature down, and that's why you're so fucked. Not you personally. As long as you keep chaining yourself down, it's the saying, allowing the world to dictate and allowing the world to bully you down, hold you down, you will always be a victim. It's like my fucking email address. Some people out there know, you know. For example, my email address is, if you always be like the victim, you know. It's like, for me, it's like I was a victim of bullying. I've been telling you in this video here, many videos, I've been saying that I don't believe in there's a way you can like work your confidence, and there's a way that you can like speak to people so you can get respect from people for every single person. It doesn't work for everyone. You can't. You might stand up to someone and they might start respecting you more because you've spoke your mind. But you might speak to some little guy and the guy just turns around and stabs you to fucking death because you didn't realise it, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to have that shit to that. So it didn't work, all you ended up with was a mental hospital. Or you get into a fight and then you put yourself in prison as well, as bad as the other guy. So it seems always uncertain if you're going to run into a fucking brick wall or a glass window. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, you can't say, judged on what you think or judged on your attitude, that you're gonna have an impact on the world, you're gonna be able to control the world, but you can't, right? That's really true. You might say, well, yeah, you can base it on experience, you can base it on other people's actions and study. Yeah, that's why we study the action, the probability. But you might learn all the martial arts in the world. You know what I'm trying to say? When someone comes punching at you, can you react? Can you block that attack as it comes up? You know what I'm trying to say? It's a fist coming straight to your face. Can you block it in time? Can you move in? Can you fight? So what we're saying is like, you don't know, it's not certain, right? A split second, a certain angle, you might get knocked the fuck out. And you wake up, you know, pitying yourself or regretting your martial arts training. You know, so many things. I was saying, life in general. There's no reason to regret. There's no reason to, in some way, don't take this wrong, there's no reason to aim for targets. You know what I mean? If the journey is more important than the destination. Like Zen archery, and archery, you see things like that, you know, like focus, the harmony, it's like chess, and it's like, you know, focus, you know, the archery, the guy's going to fire the arrow, it's like from the moment, from the peace within himself, the actual focus and that connection with that point, to letting the arrow go and fly into the thing, is like the whole thing was nothing. It was like, it wasn't even important. That even hitting the target wasn't even important. It was the whole process of this bliss. If you can have this bliss even beyond the effort of focus it actually took to actually get into that calm meditative state, to get the goal, you know what I'm saying? If you can be blissful inside yourself and peaceful without all of that, and without having to, you know, I'm trying to say, without the battle, if you can win in your life without battles, you know what I'm saying? That's ultimately what we're training for. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what all this training is for. You don't train martial arts just so you can, say for example, you don't live your life just so that you can, you know, it's the same thing again, like you said, work to live or live to work, you know, so you don't live to work, you work to live, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't work in a job, you don't try to work your way up so that one day you become the manager, you become the head boss, you know, so you get more money just so you can work hard your whole life, right? You want to work up so you can get more money, you get a higher position, and life becomes more easy for you. You get more money, you get less, you get more free time, you're more easy job-wise, and you've got people working for you. That's true, right? The person, you know, who does hunting or goes out hunting in the forests, you know, to collect his food and that back in the ancient days, or you know, or like the tribesmen, or when there's like icy, where it might be Eskimos going out to catch the fish, or whatever it might be. You know, just say for example, you know, they try and catch as much as they can, store the food maybe, so that in the winter they won't have to go out and catch it. So what I'm saying, you're trying to collect as much as possible, not waste. You're trying to collect his martial arts again, not throwing your energy out there. You want to collect and develop more and give yourself more, not less, right? Give yourself more. A finger in someone's face, fuck off. Do you, not to the camera, to someone, right? Is that going to really give you anything? Nothing, right? Nothing at all. But if you were polite to every single person, even the people that you don't regard as anything good, you know, you don't feel that there's anything you can learn from them, anything you can gain from them, but you know, you don't agree with what they say, what they think. But if you were polite to people and you give them a chance, and you know, if they speak to you, you hear what they say. You know, that's better, I think. An open mind, open ears, open eyes. Let's face it, we've been given a heart in our lives that don't stop beating for our whole lives. Our mind doesn't stop working, even when we go to sleep, we're dreaming. Our lungs are constantly breathing. Our energy, you know, our cells and our body are always renewing, always, you know, with that, yeah? Hair growing. Our eyes, they never turn off. You close your eyes, but our ears, our eyes, our senses, our feeling, our touch, smell, taste are always there. Pain also can feel, our feeling, as I say, yeah? So, awareness should be always there. So then, why should we close the door? It's like you close the fucking door on your own coffin. It's like you live in there. You know what I'm trying to say? You spend money, remember, when you spend money, it's like you take money from your pocket, you take money, you know what I'm saying, you're taking money from your wages. You complain you get less money from your job, yet you go gambling, you buy that fucking alcohol, smoking, drinking, taking drugs, all of that shit. You know what I'm trying to say? You giving money to whoever, this or that, or putting in, some money, time, all this stuff. You're talking people down. You got nothing good to hear around you, right? Maybe you're not even putting people down. You're not even saying rude things to people, but you're thinking nasty about people all the time. Not you personally, I'm saying some people in the world, they think all this negative shit every day, and it's not doing them any good. The same with me, like I say, I see a lot of shit in the world, I'm thinking about this and that, and it's like, you got to think, why the hell do we do all that? Why can't we think more positively and say, you know what, on the bright side, no, not on the fucking bright side, what's shit is shit. You can't go around cleaning the whole world up, but we can start by doing good now. So forget that, how many more years you got? I've been living for 33 years, right? So the rest of our life, how are we going to use it? There's a new year coming up, what are we going to do? Are we going to start doing things good? The next year, I'm telling you, is going to go pretty quick. So what the fuck are we going to do? Are we going to do anything good in this new year? Excuse me the way I express myself. I just say, I'm being positive in sharing positive, being strong in sharing positivity, rather than weak in sharing some negative shit. What people do, you know. Okay, so for the new year, I plan to continue making videos, sharing some positive thoughts on life and different topics. I want to communicate with people more. I want to study more from people, but always knowing that all understanding is ultimately self-understanding too. Anything you think in the mind is ultimately yourself. So it's just a constant path of, improvement. Working out, I want to make sure I be careful when I'm working out too. Training, I want to try and make sure I'm training and working out more regularly and doing good martial arts training, keeping it up to date, stretching, healthy and fit. Okay. My videos, as I say, creative videos in the new year. I want to make some more good, not only martial art videos and talk videos, but also in the new year I want to make more videos using my blue screen, my new blue screen with some special effects and stuff. Okay, cool, fun bits and pieces. I might do some more music, I'll do some more writing, some raps, all that creative stuff, all the good stuff, maybe some new comics. I want to do some real good stuff like that. Okay, I may do a blog. I'm thinking to make a little website thing too, a little thing on the side. Teaching martial arts and kung fu and Wing Chun, Yung Chun Chun, and Wushu. I don't know if I'll have any new students or anyone I'll be teaching at face to face my way. I would love to teach people who would love to really learn. My humbly, my little bit I know. I love to teach people. I've been teaching for years, little bits on the side. I don't know, videos online as sort of teaching people certain techniques and training methods, showing that doing more to promote good messages to people, maybe getting out there in the world or online and talking with people more about different things, just giving more support to people. Animation, okay, my cartoons is the main thing I'm focusing on right now. It's as in my creative side and the things on the creative side. So 2D and 3D cartoons on Animation Arena, my channel on YouTube, and other places too. But I'm doing more cartoons. I've been working very hard on my cartoons, especially in the holiday. And I've been working hard as fuck. I've been super determined, real focusing on it. I'm doing more videos, but really, really good concentration, putting in an effort and hard work to my new cartoons and shows I'll be doing. Okay. Hopefully I can do some more collaboration, work with different people out there. Okay, who make different things such as the music, the videos and all of that stuff, and artwork and writing. Another thing I'd like to do is get my stuff out there more, as in send my stuff to more places or get in contact with whoever's out there, where I could, distribute or get my stuff out there more known by people. Not everybody's going to like my stuff. Some people do, some people might not. I want to say now, the most important thing though, for the new year is this. Two things really. It's like you've got to throw away that shit, that crap that's not doing you any good, and you care for it, and you've got to start doing some good. You've got to give yourself some good. Okay, that's what it is. So I don't want to say advice because I don't go around advising people. Okay, because there's even friendly advice or sharing my opinion and dictating it. I don't do that. But what I will do is I'll share my thoughts again for the new year to you. Okay, for the new year. What are you going to do with yourself? This is just my feelings talking now. First of all, in my opinion, if you are smoking or drinking, stop. Just fucking stop, because it's fucking you up for whatever reason. There's no good in it. There's no good in it for your health. Period. So I was going to have a beer tonight, have a beer with the guys, having a beer. But to me, it's like, you might say it's not, I don't see the fucking point in that. I'm not religious and such, I'm just saying. Smoking is no good for you. That's really fucking you up. That one I'll say stop that, number one. But alcohol is also not good for you. Both of these things are just shit. I've seen better. Now, if you're taking drugs, fucking stop. Okay, it's my advice to you. It's not me telling you, giving you my advice. I'm just saying, that's what I would fucking tell myself. I'll kick myself in the fucking head. If it was me, if I could see myself doing that, I would kick myself in the fucking head, right? But you're going to kick yourself up the arse if you're in hospital and you're taking drugs. Some people, I've had people, even a student of mine before, a long time ago, said that they want to try drugs, It's okay because some kind of drugs, it's because, everybody makes mistakes. a 20-year-old girl, a 20-something-year-old girl. I said to her, everybody makes mistakes. I said to me, a fucking retard. I didn't say to her, I said, some people would die because of that. Now, if you go around doing any of those terrible things, stop. But drugs are very dangerous for you, okay? If you are addicted to anything, you've got to look at that, you know? If you're bringing yourself into bad health, or you're doing anything for yourself that's, you know, giving you bad health, or not doing any good for your health, you've got to stop. That's it, right? I would advise myself, okay, in future, if I use this word advise, I mean I would advise myself if it was me. If I was living in shit shoes like some other people. But even though I'm not living in those kind of crap, pitiful circumstances, I still tell myself to even move on and do better than I'm doing today. You've got to tell yourself, you know, to do better than you're currently doing. Even if you're working your ass off, you've got to do better. Not necessarily more or less, but it's like better. And sometimes you have to do more, though, and practice, do more, and think more. Should you continue doing the same way? If so, yeah. May not need to do it, make changes. As long as it's good, you're not wasting time. It's like, but sometimes you've got to look, should I have a change here and do a different way, or do something else? Now, do good for yourself. Do exercise. Get a regimen. Get a plan. Literally put a plan on the wall like I used to do. You know, and follow that plan every day. I'd advise every day to do some exercise for your body. It's great for your mind, body, health. You only get one body in your life, okay? Your mind, you know, get some knowledge in yourself, you know. Think logically rather than just believe the shit other people do. Don't go following other people around. There's going to be a lot of shit in the new year. People are going to be voted for this, voted for that. There's going to be protests. There's going to be, I predict, there's going to be definitely, there's going to be protests. There's going to be this or that. People are going to be judgmental. Tomorrow you're going to wake up, you're going to go somewhere, and you'll probably be judging someone. Look at that guy, whatever you say, or thinking about someone, this and that. You could stop that straight away. You could stop judging people and thinking about, or just trying to correct people's words. Oh, you should this that. You don't have to force your beliefs down people's throats. You don't have to. You don't have to follow the crowd. Period. If you don't follow the crowd, what do you get? Rejection sometimes, right? But are these people your friends? Are these people that you're around you? Do you really feel that these people are really the kind of people that you are? You should see yourself reflected in your friends or whoever, or you see your life reflected. It's a reflection of you. So if people are around you, and every time you have a natural, you put in such a bad habit, you don't even go back to look at your own self anymore. It's stuck within that brainwashed language other people speak. I'm saying, you find yourself speaking like them, acting like them. I'm saying, if you honestly look into your heart and you feel, you know what you like and what you care about, but you couldn't be that way because other people would reject you as a friend, as say, you might be in a gang or whatever kind of life it is, but you know what's wrong and right inside, so it's like you follow other people because you're afraid of rejection, and that's like a fearful thing. You've got to learn and understand this is your life here. What kind of people do you really, these things you don't believe in, but you have to do it anyway because you just have to. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, and all this, right? You know what I'm trying to say? They just tell it and drum it into your brain, that's what life's about. Fuck me, no. So it's like, you forget reality. Not logic, common sense. What's common sense? Sense of the common people. People are so fucking sly and everything. I'm just saying again, right? You one of those people out there that don't believe that people are sly? Or are you one of those people that go around thinking that people out there in the world are just all to be untrusted, all to be looked down upon? It's like, we should look at others and say, like, we know that a lot of people have been untrusted. We know that people will honestly be honest to themselves, even in their dishonesty. We should know people around us will be doing things to themselves, or they probably don't trust you. Or there's but we don't have to look down on people who hate people. worry about people, fear people, or follow people, or lose ourselves and lose control of ourselves. So I feel, totally, and I believe this, I do. We have to understand ourselves, understand what we want. And if you look at people and you say, well, yeah, admittedly, to myself, I know that these people are leading a bad life, or they're very negative in themselves, but I can't face rejection. Can't face rejections that you need, motherfuckers, you know. Until you can say, I don't need that shit, right? Not calling people shit, but this attitude, really, this negative stuff, I don't need that shit. I understand myself. Until you can say that, and you can really value your beliefs and who you are, then you will never find a better life. Because birds and a feather flock together, they say, or should do. You should go with your own kind and go and find people out there who think like you. Because you won't even fit in part of the puzzle as such. You're just like a spare tyre for that car. Where the fuck's he going? That really matters to you. You're not the driver. You know what I say? You're like a spare tyre for that car. You weren't even the wheel that was made for that car, but it's a spare wheel as such. And you're, oh, okay, it works. You know what I mean? It's just a make do. It's like a red arm on C-3PO Star Wars arm, for example, right? You know what I'm trying to say though? It's like, yeah, but, you know what I mean? It's like the hat on the king's head, the crown on the queen. You know, you're not the fucking king, are you? Know? You got to understand. So, when you're part of something that matters, a family maybe, or when you're part of your life, you know, when you're real and true about it, and when you're mixing with people that think are like similar to you, even if that's a small group of people within the society who don't mean shit to the majority, just like you might not alone. But ultimately, you will not find your way until you are the one walking that path. And if you're not the one walking that path, who the fuck are you? Excuse my language, right? Into the new year, 10, 9, 8, 7, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? Then where are you going to be? What's lying ahead for you if it ain't even you? That's a good question right there, right? Because all you are is part of the group. What's lying ahead for the group? Right? Do you know or not? It's another thing. Or how do different people, or to some extent, but they're all following each other. No. What's lying ahead for the group? Maybe what's lying ahead for you if you're following it. So study that. What's lying ahead for others? What do you think? You don't know, right? But what do you think? You might say, if there's something you admire about people or aspire to, then you've got a reason to be following and studying to some degree. You don't have to follow people like a total zombie, though. But you have to learn to understand what you want and take steps forward. Because tell you what, you're not going to get another yesterday, another tomorrow or yesterday. You know what I mean? You're not going to get another today. You're not going to get another yesterday, today, or tomorrow. That's it. Period. You're just here right fucking now. Are you here? What do you want? What do you want more than this now? What could you be doing that's more worth than this? In this short bit of free time you got? Or in this whole fucking life, which could be a holiday, let's face it, if you were working your whole life doing something you love, doing artwork or, for example, you know, what I'm saying, you know, in this short period of time, be that however you take it, these 5 minutes you've got in a day, or this whole life, what could you be doing? Could you be doing better than what you're doing there, all that shit? You have to make a choice sometimes and say, look, I'm not going to follow people, I'm not going to make that journey, I'm not going to waste that 1 second or that step that could waste a massive chunk out of your life, or effort-wise. When other people might not care, and a lot of other people you're following, don't forget, these people might be doing it because they're doing it from their heart and they're following things from their heart. So if you're following people then, you say, well yeah, I like these guys, I'm following because I'm inspired. And you're really inspiring them, and maybe you admit that yes, you are following them to some degree. Or maybe you say, no, you're following your heart, but it's like, it's something you care about and you're alike. Is that true or not? I was saying, if you really are inspired or admire some people, you know, for what they're doing, for following their heart, then you should understand that you can be the same and follow your heart and do something, you know what I mean? Now, will other people follow you? You want to inspire people. Don't get twisted now, don't get fucked up. You know, you're not trying to say you want to inspire people or you want people to follow you or admire, let them be inspired by you and admire you the same way you admire. That's a confusion between your real happiness and what you want in your life. It's the same as fucking money in your face. What the fuck's that? You want money? Why? Because you want to buy a house? Because you want food? Or you want the nice clothes to look flash so that everybody respects you? Or you want it because everybody will look up to you or not look down upon you? Or what? What is it? It's actually nothing. If money was never invented, you wouldn't be thinking about money right now. The same way, if Facebook was never invented, you wouldn't be thinking about Facebook, mobile phone, or fucking tissue to wipe your asshole. If they invented a special water gun to clean your ass back in the day. You know? So, your life is based on inventions that people fucking make. Where's the reality at? No one invented cells and atoms, right? Unless it was on another planet. Now, there was an intelligent fucking system. If it was people on another fucking planet from, aliens that created humans, for example, I'm just saying, right? Or that created, you can respect that. So that's why a lot of religious people will believe in different gods and stuff. But I'm saying, it's the same as anything. It's like you might love someone, or you love your family, or whatever, you might respect and admire people in your life, or whoever it might be, your mother, even your boss maybe, or even whoever you're living with. But the ultimate thing, or your teacher, your guardian, but the most important thing is, who are you and where the fuck are you going? How far have you walked? So far, what did you do yesterday? What did you do? Nothing much. I woke up, I went to work, blah, blah, blah. Now you're watching me talking shit on here now. But you know what I'm trying to say though? What are you going to do when this video finishes? What are you going to do? You're going to eat something? What are you going to do tomorrow? What is the plan for the new year? It's a happy new year to everybody. What will you be doing? If you see people on a daily basis putting people down, that new guy, maybe you're in your job and you've got some new guy working in your job, maybe, and you talk to your boss, you talk to your colleagues, and you're like, that new guy's there, I think he's fucking up, I'm going to try and give him some advice, show him the ropes, he's a new guy, For example, then you don't realise that you're being azzy, as in you're putting people down, and you don't need to do that, just to be part of the group, to intimidate other people. You don't need to be like that. Because how would you feel, It's the same way people go into prisons and stuff, and they get initiation, and the group start beating them up to see how tough they are. This is inhumane, it's not normal. Like, you must say, well, it's normal in this situation, culture we make, and how people make, the society, but listen, you've got positive, you've got negative. We get confused and twisted in this fucking fake society we live in, and governments in general, but it's like, all human beings are planet Earth, really, regardless of culture and all that. We do look different, we do speak different, we create languages in different parts of the world, but we have to understand each other and communicate. But the most important thing, you've got to understand yourself, the same way as you know if you're hungry or you need a shit. Right? Your body knows when to get rid of the shit. You know when you're hungry. So, you know what I'm trying to say, yeah? So it's like, I might be speaking crap now, I might be speaking something that you don't want to hear, especially from the other end, because I know what I'm saying, but you don't know because it's from another point of view. But you know damn well how you feel. And why the hell should you give your whole life up to negative people who think badly of you? And why the hell should someone else give a fuck about how you don't agree with what they think or this or that either? The same thing, right? They're all people. And if they're negative, or through their lack of experience and knowledge in steps, and their lack of the desire to try to be more wise and learn, then they will fail. They will come up against challenges that they may or may not be able to handle. Every day that we are given, every new day, not tomorrow, a new year, every new day, every new moment, we should say, look, I've come this far, I took these steps, I've faced a lot of challenges in my life. Other people don't know about it. You don't have to boast because they don't even fucking know. But you know it's been a long, lonely, cold road. You're strong. You have patience in yourself. Look at that, what I've done in my life. Not ego, but you know what I've had to face. And you should be happy that you've avoided so much other shit when it could have been worse. It could have always been worse, right? So here you are. Let's be positive. Let's be strong. Let's give support to everybody else in the world, I think. Give more of a smile to people, give people more advice. Give more people, not advice, support in any way, regardless of how much they take or can accept of what you say or think. But you and that some people will make mistakes in their life. Some things we just can't understand when we see people who. And when we see other people giving support to people or doing the things that we don't understand or that we would not do ourselves, we don't need to put those people down and say, oh, that fucking idiot, you know, why is he giving money to charity? Or why is he supporting that murderer or by giving him a hug? And you say, that guy's a murderer. Yeah, maybe that guy's a fucking murderer, you know, he's done terrible things and I do not, you know, for example, say, I do not support any negativity in the world, but I do support positivity and peace and love and respect to all human beings, no matter what. Education's the thing, that's what it's all about. And only through peace and positively trying to help people and show people the light and the path of nature can they ever find ways to improve upon their weaknesses and change themselves and develop and become better people. Okay? Do I believe in punishment, revenge and things like that? I believe in cleaning up shit and going onto the path of justice. Realisation, studying, owning up in yourself and knowing is what we must be about, and learning that we're all human beings and realise that's what it is. That's more better than someone saying sorry or not, or someone punching someone in the face or putting them in a prison. You know what I'm trying to say? Real life, okay? So people might do exercise every day and you might not do it, and you might think, what that fucking idiot, you know, or someone else might be doing anything with their life, you know, might be a gardener, and you might not understand it, and you might think that person's wasting their life. But ultimately, how you use your life and your attitude towards yourself, what you're giving, how much happiness are you giving yourself, and how much happiness and time are you not letting other people take from you? That is very, very important. In this world, in the fact that your life is what's important in this world. Your world is your mind, your mind's your. If you don't have your heart in it, then why put your heart in it? Why put it into your heart? If you don't have your heart in it, why put it into... If your heart's not in it, then why is it in your heart? If your heart's not in it, it can't be in your heart. Okay, I'll say it again. If your heart's not in it, then why is it in your heart? Okay? And if it's, you know, I'll say it again, if your heart's... you know, it's what I'm trying to say, yeah, it's the same thing, yeah, I've just lost the one, I didn't watch the video again. But you know what I mean though, yeah? You know, your heart, if it's not in your heart, then your heart's not in it. If your heart's not in it, it's not in your heart. Okay, and if it's not in your heart, if you're not, you know what I'm trying to say, yeah? The fucking motherfucker, they see the words and bullshit, and you know, people talking this stuff every fucking day. Oh, we should be more positive, and we should do good things for others. They don't fucking do anything themselves. All they do is fucking go around because they think they're a role model. They're big tough guys. They know that everybody listens to them because they've got all this attitude, and they get all the respect, and they know that people listen to them. People get so beaten down and bullied down, these quiet people, that they don't even have the confidence to share good anymore, what they have in their heart. There's more people out there who are much more stronger and much wiser inside, that are quiet, and they don't realise that the light they could shine on the world and in their own lives. They're in the spot. They could be in the spotlight. All I see is people in the spotlight in fucking darkness. You turn the light on for yourself, man. And you know you got some fucking idiot, you know, cleaning your shoes, man. You know what I'm trying to say. Ain't got a clue. So sharpen up your own sword, you know, in martial arts terminology. I'm saying, you know. That food tastes good after you've worked so hard cooking it. It's kung fu, you know, martial arts for life. I'm going to go and have my lunch because I'm pretty hungry now. It's like 2:15. I'm wishing everybody Happy New Year. Thank you for watching. More cartoons to come from me on the cartoon channel, okay? Cartoon channels now, like Animation Arena, for example. Animation Arena, my animation channel. And, you know, more talk videos here with me, more martial arts with my hand heals up, having martial art videos. It's fucking painful, man. Training wise, kung fu for life, traditional martial arts, avoid violence, is what I'll say, avoid violent situations, dangerous, foolish situations in your life is what I would say. Avoid negativity in total. Try your best, you know. And it's okay to shut off from that shit. If it's cold in your house, close the window. If there's too much shit in your house, take that rubbish out and don't let it build up again. Right? You understand what I'm trying to say to you? That's in my opinion. It's not me clever, who the fuck am I? What am I shitting talking about now, right? Shit fucking in my Beatles haircut. And what the fuck am I talking about? Who the hell am I? Just shit on this digital here. But who are you and what path are you walking? New year tomorrow, what's it going to be? Another year of shit? You're going to go out there and start voting for weed and voting for who's in the government and president or this or that. It's all just this brainwashing bullshit, right? Laws for this, laws for that. You're going out there buying all these weird chemicals and medicine and pills they're advertising, all that fake shit. And all these people, it's about so-and-so's had an affair and so-and-so, pop stars and stuff in fucking having affairs or stripping naked or riots and protests about this or that or murders and robberies and all the rest of it in the world. What the fuck is going on? You can continue with that, or you can come to the logical conclusion, or there's only one way, and that's yin and yang, the path of nature. When I speak about kung fu, I'm not speaking about stupid shit. I'm speaking about real life. The same way there's gravity holding us to this fucking star, this little earth in the world. There's a star up there called the sun. You know what I mean? Like we're here now, you've got oxygen in your fucking lung. We're lucky the food is edible on this planet. If we was on Mars where people are trying to go, you might be looking under the rocks and saying, shit, what are we going to eat? You know, we should have thought about something else before we aim so fucking far. Where the fuck are we at? So the guy's pulling the gun out. I'm going to fucking kill you, man. Oh shit, I forgot to load it. Don't vote for violence because others do. Don't support anything that's unnatural to human nature or nature in general. Regardless of the lemmings out there and the people that are all around you, no matter how they dress, no matter how they speak in today's modern day and age, no matter how you watch the time on the clock go around, no matter how you see the years going by in the calendar, this is just an earth from beginning to end. Here on this earth. And the time's going, the thing's turning around and the sun's moving. It's a constant thing. The skin grows on your body, layer after layer, you die in the end. We must make the most of our life. There's no reason to hate anyone. There's no reason to keep self-harming yourself either. Pitying yourself or trying to mess up anything. You just go in the flow of nature and harmony, love your life. The people you love, people close to you, respect people for their own thoughts and don't force your opinions on other people. And you know, if you're a bully, stop fucking bullying. If you're a victim, you know, make communication with more people out there too. Avoid it the best you can. I would advise anybody taking up martial arts lessons this fucking year, start some martial arts, but not for sport, not for anything like that, violence, MMA or any of that. You know, but learn some martial arts for fitness and self-defense. Even women, girls too, anyone, children, even old people, anyone learn some martial arts and learn something about different knowledge. Get some advice, but get some ideas and learn some new abilities and skills in the new year too, because it'll all improve you at the end of the day. Man-made or fucking nature-made, because we all are, and whatever, improve yourself. And if there's something you know you're good at, go back to those old arts, find a bit of time, you like a bit of drawing or musical stuff, do it whenever you can. Maybe you'll find another way. Seek people that have used the same kind of things you're interested in, and see how they may have used that to improve their lives, and see if you can. Maybe you can get out of that shit job you're in. Maybe there's somewhere waiting for you on another job or somewhere on the other side of the world. Maybe there's something somewhere and people you can connect with and something you can do better than what you're doing now. Fuck this shit, you know. Fuck this shit you've been having, they've been forcing down your throat. It's time to kick back to the side, right? It's time to say, you know what, one finger to that shit, I've got a new path ahead of me, that shit's numbers on the side. I ain't even going to be, when I'm 85 years old, I ain't even going to be speaking about that crap. All that negative shit, chuck that to the side, move forward, you understand yourself. Martial art, life, you know what it's about. That's the meaning of martial arts. Love your life to the full, whether you're a martial artist or not. Okay? And that's why you can. That's why you've been born. That's why you was here as a baby. Now you're growing old. This baby, you're growing up. How many more years do we have? What a beautiful... Look at your childhood photos. Think about your family. Think about your grandparents. You know what I mean? No motherfucker, no matter how in your face they are, they do not have the right to govern and dictate over you and who you are. But what is wrong is wrong. Stealing, murder, all that, bullying people, violence, all that. Try to impose yourself and force the ways of nature and the ways of other people to your will. That's not the way. That's not the way. Going in the flow of nature is what's about. Don't be following others or just going with the world just like with not your own mind. You have to have your own mind. You have to make steps in yourself by yourself, but give to yourself what you want. Get what is rightfully yours from this one life in this world. Not what is like somebody else's, but what is rightfully yours. And there's always more than that shit you have it. You run into that apple tree to get the last apple or orange, and someone takes it before you. Fuck, you're gonna hate him now and never go because you saw it before him. You gotta learn to let it go as the song goes. And actually, watch a movie, chill out, man. There's always tomorrow. But there's always, there's always you gotta have today almost live for tomorrow. But I'm just saying, right? There's more around the corner for you if you're willing to walk around that corner. If you're willing to believe there's something more, and not be surprised when you see things in life. Learn to say, this is the world. There's all kinds of possibilities. Because I know this, I'll walk ahead with hopes, desires, goals as such, but goals that are not the end of my life. The same as I'm not trying to rush towards the end. And, if you want the food, you cook it. If you want to get something, you aim for it. You don't say that, if I fail, that's it. That's why you should say you don't give up, you go again and again and again. Okay? Like your heart beating, as I say, in your body, your lungs breathing. You might be running, you might have to catch your breath or something, but it's okay, you rest and you start getting back into the natural flow. As long as you don't panic, things are okay. As long as you stop sometimes and look, you'll be able to move on with more control. You must have control of yourself, otherwise that's it, that's all I'm going to say. When the shit hits the fan, when everything in government and society's going crazy, you've got to learn control. That's the peace that the monks talk about and all that. You've got to learn inner peace. Wisdom through nature. That's the way it can only come. Okay, and then nature through wisdom, through that wisdom and that enlightening, that awareness. Nature will come in terms of what I mean by that is the natural way of things will clean itself out. The system in your body, you heal yourself, you injure yourself with an unnatural cause, but then nature, the natural flow of things will heal itself. Like your body, it will naturally do that. So if you stop thinking unnatural things and all this shit and you just relax and have a good sleep on your bed, naturally you will feel better. You know what I'm saying, yeah? So exercise, listen to your body, mind. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Sorry for rambling. Happy New Year. Train hard, stay safe. Wushu Richard. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Now, thanks.